Hello, Leo. Thank you for joining in. This is going to be your reading, Leo. Thank you so much. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please do keep in mind that we all have a fifth house part of our birth charts that play a role in our lives. I am going to be getting some of, grabbing some vibes from my real life oracle deck here, Leo. So please take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. This is a timeless reading. So when you find it, there is something here for you, Leo. What a beautiful card. I love that. I love that. So what does Leo need to know right now? I do want to let you know, Leo, that I'm aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. I'm just grabbing a few decks that I have here in front of me. Just letting spirit draw me. And I know this is probably a little bit boring, but at least you know, like, it's legit. I'm actually shuffling. These are your real cards, Leo. And the energy is potent. It's this one. Wow. Leo. I'm going to get you one of these spiritually selected here. And then that would probably cover it. So I just want to breathe real quick, Leo. Maybe you just want to breathe real quick. I feel how you're ready for advancement. You're ready for brighter days and brighter spaces. And I feel like maybe there are some unresolved issues of the past that might be holding you back just a little bit. Okay. I really feel like this has to do with abuse or trauma of the past, like whether this be from your parents or caretakers, family members, something that happened, a one-time thing that happened, or someone who betrayed you greatly. Maybe there was some domestic violence in the home or in a relationship that you've had in your life. I can feel how there's some wounds here that are coming to the surface that you are really ready to be done and over with, right? Because you are a very healthy version of yourself now in this moment. So I see how this new path is beckoning to you. And I want to say, I almost feel a touch of like imposter syndrome here. Like, well, I'm faking it till I make it, or I'm just paying attention to the good parts, and I'm kind of maybe pulling away from the challenges, or not quite solving the problems, or maybe avoiding them in some way by only addressing the things that are easy for you to deal with right now. I feel like I just want to say, like, you've been doing really well. And you are very strong and capable and intelligent and amazing. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that right now, and that you are ready for these great, exceptionally beautiful periods and chapters that you desire ahead of you. All right. So, sunshine and roses. Again, I want to say, I feel a touch of fake it till you make it, but it's not, that's not the case. It's kind of like deciding where you're going to place your intention and your focus, your attention and your focus. And intention plays a role too. So if you think you're going to have a crummy day, you're stepping right into a crummy energy pattern, predisposed to noticing all the crumminess. Okay. But if you put on these optimistic sunglasses and you decide that you're going to have a good day no matter what, even if things happen, you're already set in that pathway of, I'm going to react in the highest way possible, and I'm going to shake it off, and this will be still a good day and productive, right? So I really encourage you to continue with the positive mindset. You're not naive, okay? And you're not gullible or avoiding your lower nature or something here. Like, I feel how it's really important to hang on to these strengths. See, my eye is bothering me, Leo, and it wasn't bothering me until I was sitting with you here. And when my right eye is bothering me, like, the right eye indicates what you're seeing that is masculine in nature. Okay. So I feel how some of this, the wounds that I'm speaking of may be around divine masculine energy. Okay. And you may be witnessing a little of this right here and now in your life, personally, in the collective, that you witness on media, whatever, and it's pinging you and it's pushing your buttons. It's pushing my buttons and it hurts, okay? Because spirit wants me to say this to you, Leo, okay? So when your buttons are pushed, that's not necessarily something to pull away from, right? It's something to explore more deeply. Why do I feel like this pushes my buttons? Why do I feel triggered or reactive toward this scenario? Why does it make me feel in a way that I don't really want to feel, right? What is it? What is it? I feel like there's a thread that goes back to some other experience earlier in your life that you can kind of bring the light to this whole thing and bring the love to yourself through this whole process and balance out your healthy divine feminine and divine masculine energy within yourself to come to an acceptance, a peace, a forgiveness, whatever this is. It's for you, it's not for others, it's for you. Okay, and really put it down. So if that means writing it out and burning the paper, or screaming and shouting until you can't anymore, or crying into your pillow until you feel like you're done feeling those feelings attached to whatever that could be in the privacy of your own solitude, right? We don't want to do this in front of other people, because then, hey, what are you so upset about? All of a sudden we're arguing, right? We're clashing with others. And I feel how you do not want that anymore. I understand. So it's important. Listen, Leo, I can feel how you're like, oh, yeah, I just want to make peace with others and I deal with my emotions alone in my solitude in a healthy way. But when you're alone in your solitude, it's like, deal with my emotions like I should, or have some ice cream and watch Netflix, or do my paint my toenails and have a bath, or it becomes this optional thing where it gets put on the back burner because it doesn't sound like the funnest thing to do, right? But when you make the time and space to really do that for yourself, to make peace with those old emotions, to let that burden and baggage down, put it down, let it go, you're making space for God to move in your life. You're making space for energy that is in alignment with you as you are now, fully healed and ready to go, right? All pumped up. So the next card that you have here, Leo, fumble fingers, okay. The next card that you have is number 15, fragment. Okay, so one is like one person, you, a singular perspective, right? And 5 is about change. Okay, so sometimes in our lives, it could have been yesterday, it could have been 20 years ago, it could have been childhood, okay, whatever. Sometimes in our lives, something happens that we're not ready to experience, okay? And maybe we have an unwillingness. And at that point, a lot of times, many people say, I lost a part of myself to that experience. So if you want to understand it that way, like you left a piece of yourself there, that's fine. But in essence, what we do is we kind of pull to the forefront of our personality a stronger aspect that doesn't have that weakness, right? So we kind of push it to the back and fragment ourselves and use this stronger personality that saved us because it got us through that time. Okay. But there comes a time when those two pieces need to be reintegrated with one another because you are strong, healthy, capable. You're not facing things that you can't handle any longer, right? And you need that part of yourself. It's not vulnerable. It's human. It's beautiful. It's soft. It's nurturing. It's giving. It's loving. Maybe it's wounded, but you can heal that part of you by recognizing that it's okay, that you're okay. And that you don't have to ever allow something like that to happen in your life again if you be proactive and aware and do your best to do your best, right? So calling those parts of yourself back to yourself, giving them their moment and integrating that, make space for more love and more light in your life. Face your shadow here. So that shadow is the fragment that maybe got you in trouble or got you into a scenario or that people pointed out and made you feel funny about, right? That fragment is the part of us that we don't want anybody to know about, okay, because it hurts or it's embarrassing or whatever it may be. All right, this is totally personal to you, Leo. Make peace with your shadow, even if you don't think other people will. It's not other people's business, okay? You're the one who must love yourself with the greatest compassion because you, of all people, know what you've been through. And God, source, creator, higher power, higher self, angels, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, whoever you might pray to, okay, has no judgment or condemnation of you either. That God, that higher power, that source of love that is in all things, that is woven here, knows your experience, knows your heart, and has the greatest and utmost compassion for you as well. So the only one who feels weird about it is you. And if you can get some kind of acceptance or peace or smooth out that weirdness, okay, if you can do this, you've got a beckoning here to a brand new, big, happy, like I really feel like so much sunshine in your life. So much happiness, so much joy, so much love, so much money, so much health, so much togetherness. Like what you're yearning for, it is there, but you must face the shadow. You must make peace with the past and heal your wounds. 5 of Cups, regretting the past. Okay. This is like keeping yourself down because, you made mistakes before. And this is not doing that anymore. Okay. Maybe you made some mistakes in the past, but you feel real bad about it because the you that is you today would not do that. Right. So let yourself be free. Don't hold it against yourself. Don't regret all the time that you wasted or lost or all the things that were great that are in the past and never achievable and attainable any longer. There are new great things ahead of you if you want to focus on great things. But if you want to focus on loss and sadness and despair and mourning and struggle, then that is what you'll see. That is what you'll notice because you're vibrating on that wavelength. So you're pinging that frequency in your outer environment, and that is what you're going to see. Sometimes we have to make the conscious choice not to be that pessimistic person. If we're sad, be sad. That's understandable. But don't stay sad, not for too long, and start to go down that rabbit hole and activate those pathways that you'd rather not follow. Right. And I do need to say here, because I'm not a medical doctor or anything at all, but sometimes when we're dealing with some stuff like this, we need doctors, counselors, therapists. We need someone else to kind of walk us through this. And if you needed someone to help you with that, this is not a plug, but I do personal life coaching. So I help people through this kind of thing. But what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be me. If you can't do it on your own and you need someone else to assist you, speak with a doctor, a counselor, a therapist, a friend or family member, maybe who's unbiased, neutral, not attached to this stuff, who you can trust. Okay. But that is hard to come by, I say. Okay. Maybe not in your life, but in my life it is. So I encourage you to look for someone whose job it is to be there for you in that professional capacity, if you feel you need it. Okay. Because you're probably the brightest light in the room. You help everyone else with all of their problems. You're always there. You have a big giant heart, right? But that person, you help everyone else, but who helps you? Like sometimes that person needs to go reach to something else. And if you're that person, feel free. But if you're not that person, look, you can decide, hey man, I'm wasting my time right now on the pity pot, on the in grief and sadness, when I know that that's all played out in my life. I'm ready for a shift. And you know what? Maybe I'll do that. We become aware with our higher consciousness, right, of what we're doing in those lower vibe states. And we go, wait a minute now, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do something that benefits my life, that brings joy into my day and my moments, right? Deciding to face that, integrate it, and move on. The last card that you have here, Leo, what you need to know, number 55. Okay, 55 is a master number, and 5 is also the number of change. So big giant changes here. I feel how you have the chance to change not only your life, but break generational chains here, and also the generations to come below you in the family tree, right? I feel how you could really change the way that we walk our path. You know what I mean? In your life. That's what I feel here. So make it happen is the card 55. Make it happen. If you can dream about it, you can make it happen. Do not worry about the how. Just make a plan with the first steps and the universe will guide you. Make it happen. Make a plan. That we get so caught up on the how. Okay. So I feel like this is what you're intending to make happen. Better times, man. Smoother days, happiness, joy, love, romance, whatever this is for you. Okay. But you're dreaming about it, but inside of yourself, you're like, nope, never going to happen, right? Never going to happen because look at all this stuff that's happened. Because look at all these ways that I've messed up. I've never seen it before, so it's probably not even real, And I want to say to you, if you can dream about it, it is real. You're beginning to touch that resonant frequency. Okay, so continue to embody the resonant frequency of that, embodying that which you want to happen, doing actions of someone who has that in their life. Okay, being there, spreading love, spreading joy, putting yourself out there, whatever this thing is, shedding that shadow, putting it to rest and not letting it dictate your future. That casts the shadow on your bright future, Leo. That doesn't need to be there. And it starts with you adulting in your mind and going, huh, Heidi's right. I guess I'll make the right choice and I'll go for a walk instead of, drowning my sorrows or whatever this might be. Okay. And you can do any damn thing you want. I'm not your mom. I'm not your boss, but I am coming in with the greatest and highest love for you, Leo. And I see here that you've got some big shifts that you can move through very successfully and into very bright spaces that are in alignment with your heart's desire. So don't be afraid to desire. Don't be afraid to fantasize about that kind of stuff, daydream about that. I got chills right now, Leo. When you're drifting off to sleep, stop thinking about the past. Stop thinking about your problems. Stop thinking about your stress. Stop thinking about those things as you're drifting off to sleep, because that manifests more of that shit tomorrow. Okay. The same vibe, the same feelings. All right. So instead, as you're drifting off to sleep, just do this for like a week straight, all right? And watch how your life starts to shift. And then you're going to want to continue to do it. When you're drifting off to sleep, you're laying down to bed, start fantasizing in a very romantic, juicy, embellished way about what kind of life you'd like to be living, what that might look like, how it feels, okay? Grab a hold of the feeling as you're drifting off to sleep and forget the freaking how. Spirit's got the how, okay? You need to cultivate and nurture the desire. That's what I have for Leo. Thank you, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated with you, please drop a comment and let me know. I would love to know how it resonated with you. And give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you want more from me, subscribe, man. If you want to connect on deeper level, my link is in your description box. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.